Hey guys, how you doing? It's Byron Bick with Big Time Roofing. In today's video, we're going to be going over the differences between shingle and metal roofs. Here are the categories right here, and a little bit of the pros and cons, a little bit of narration, a little bit more of an explanation of what's going on and how we're ranking it. So let's get started. All right, so the first category, guys, is lifespan. Over here, we're comparing architectural shingles to your standard, 24 gauge standing seam, 16 inch. So for lifespan, over here on shingle, you're looking at about 20 to 30 years. I know that myself included, and a lot of roofing companies out there sell what's called extended manufacturer's warranties. Limited lifetime, 50 years. I can tell you they're not going to last 50 years. So shingles 20 to 30 years. Metal is 50 to 70 years. So the lifespan category definitely goes to metal. We already touched on it a little bit. The second category is warranty. So for most shingles, you're going to have a life of the shingle warranty, meaning if it's a 30-year shingle, it'll be a 30-year warranty, and then you can buy upgraded manufacturer's warranties. Most of them are prorated at some, percentage a year. So once you get over 20 years or 25 years or 30 years, it's prorated at 5 to 10% per year. On metal, there are those prorations that exist, but for the most part, the warranties are not prorated from the manufacturer. As far as workmanship warranties go, we offer a 5 and a 10-year workmanship warranty on our shingles, and we offer a 10 and a 15-year workmanship warranty on our metal roofing systems. So again, got to go to metal over here. So it's a common misconception for a lot of people. They think that a metal roof would be heavy or heavier than shingles, but it's actually not the case. So metal roofs can actually be up to 50% lighter than asphalt shingle roofs. So if you're looking for a heavier shingle, if you're looking for a heavier system, maybe you're worried about wind damage, that kind of stuff, and you want a little bit heavier product, you can go with the shingle over here. If you want a lighter product on your home, something that you don't have to pay the extra labor on because it's not as heavy, you'll want to go with metal. So as far as weight goes, the lighter one is definitely metal. So cost is our next category, and in this one, it's not even close. Shingles are definitely more cost effective, but here's something to take into account. So when you are talking about cost and how affordable it is, you need to take into account how long the system is going to last. Because yes, the bottom line number for a shingle proposal is going to be lower, probably much lower than a metal proposal. But if it's 1,000 square foot roof, right? So the cost on that roof is, let's say, $4,500 for a asphalt shingle, and it's $10,000 for a metal. The shingle roof is going to last on average 20 years. So that's $225 a year. The metal roof is going to, on average, last 50 years. So that's $200 a year. So when you take into account how long the system is going to last, this actually makes more sense than this. But just for the bottom line's sake, we'll go ahead and give the win to shingles. Installation is the next category. As far as shingles go, it kind of blows it out of the water. You have to have a much better trained crew. You have to have more equipment. You have to have more accessories and more labor costs, more time, everything that goes into putting on a metal roof. So shingle definitely wins the ease of installation right here. Performance. So we categorize performance as performance under adverse weather conditions. And right here, we're not talking about a class 4 shingle. We're just talking about your standard 30-year architectural class 3 shingle. So the performance is definitely going to have to go to metal roofing. You see a lot of times when windstorms come through, or hailstorms come through, asphalt shingles take kind of a beating. That's why insurance companies replace them a lot. And people that have metal roofs kind of get off scot-free. They don't really sustain that much damage. Not to say that they don't get damage, but it takes a lot bigger and more severe of a storm to actually do damage to a standing seam metal roof than it does to do damage to an asphalt shingle roof. And as far as maintenance goes, they're both pretty similar. As long as your roof isn't damaged mechanically or storm damage by a weather event, you don't really have to maintain your shingles. All you have to do is really clear debris out of valleys, clear debris out of gutters. Just make sure that you're keeping the system clean so that it can work properly. But in the overall, if it does get damaged, you'll have to replace shingles, and that's much more common than having to replace metal panels. So again, we're gonna give the win to metal over here. So to kind of bring this whole thing home, if you're looking for something that is gonna be 20 years and less, right? So if you're buying a starter home and it needs a new roof, or if you're buying, an investment property, shingle is probably the best way to go. If this is your last home, if this is a long-term home, if this is the one that you're gonna be in for the long haul, metal is definitely the way to go. And the reason being is exactly what I explained right here. If you're gonna be in this thing for, 30, 40, 50 years, your cost per year is actually going to be better here than it is here. So if I was going to be putting a roof on my home, I would definitely consider metal for the long term. And if it was investment property or something that I wasn't going to be in that long, it would definitely be shingle. So if you guys like this kind of content, if you learned something today, please consider giving us a follow on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. That's at Big Time Roof LLC. And you can find more content just like this on our YouTube page. You can head on over and give us a subscribe. And while you're there, hit that thumbs up bell. It really helps us out with the algorithm. So I hope you guys have a great day.